Despite Prime Minister Perry Christie, while he was in opposition, successfully leading a campaign to get Bahamians to vote against the 2002 referendum, which in part dealt with the removal of gender discrimination in the Constitution, FNM Deputy Leader Loretta Butler-Turner says her party is not at all concerned about payback now that the PLP is attempting to make the very same constitutional amendments. During her contribution to debate on gender equality in the Constitution in the House of Assembly Wednesday, Mrs. Butler-Turner says while they very well could, the FNM will not seek revenge.
This referendum should not be about pettiness, and neither should it be about payback. The time for payback is not now. This is not the time for that. That time will come. Bahamians should not allow themselves to be dragged down low because of the past misdeeds and a swamp of opportunities that were taken by others. Instead, Mr. Speaker, let us lift our heads to the rising sun of equality and justice, even as the sun begins to set on this government. The FNM could quite easily play the politics of prejudice and division, but this is not what we will do. We are better than that.
In fact, Mrs. Butler-Turner says the issues on hand are much bigger than any one party and ought to be dealt with as such. Backing up as deputy leader today was FNM Chairman Darren Cash, who too vowed to take the high road in this issue and not urge FNMs to vote against the PLP's plans. In a press statement issued Wednesday, FNM Chairman Darren Cash assured that the FNM's commitments to the elevation of women and the promotion of equality for women is unparalleled, and noted that FNMs are not focused on payback and will never advocate that position. Mr. Cash noted that in 2002, the FNM took the courageous step of bringing forth these necessary initiatives to promote equality for Bahamian women, despite the impending backlash from a, quote, general election-hungry PLP opposition determined to stir up confusion. He says today the FNM has absolutely no interest in following that lead. Meantime, the FNM deputy leader is pushing the government, though, to make this whole referendum issue simpler.
This is a critical part of the process. But when we speak of process, it must also include a comprehensive, well-thought-out public education campaign, which may include televised town hall meetings, but also print material, television advertising, public rallies, a door-to-door campaign, social media, and other public education efforts, almost like a general election. If we are to achieve full equality for Bahamian women, we will have to wage an effective campaign of education. If the government fails to do so, it may mean the difference between defeat and victory for Bahamians.
Well, now that the PLP has the FNM's blessing, so to speak, to go ahead with the referendum, Mr. Cash did implore Prime Minister Christie to cushion the blow by firstly apologizing to Bahamians for stifling this gender equality issue, secondly, reintroducing those less contentious components of the 2002 referendum like the establishment of a Teachers Service Commission, and finally, by taking the bull by the horn and leading from the front. Reporting for JCN News, I'm Cynthia Smith.